ripple effects are already being felt, by the way. Like without even trying, there's more Oola in the world. I mean, we're just all excited about Oola. There's nothing we can do right now other than be excited and get people aware of Oola. But like our publisher called, and the original book's out of print, the 5th printing, because it's sold out, because you guys are talking about Oola. People are seeing the book. That's changing lives. I mean, you just got to understand that we know the framework works. We know that if you sit down and look at your life in 7 areas and overcome blockers and embrace accelerators and take action every day, that you will change your life, and the people who do this will change their life. So the fact that people are getting books in their hands, even alone, we haven't even launched the product that's way better than any book we've ever written. Like what Dave's going to go through is, I can't even explain. It's like, I can't even explain how they're not even comparable. It's like going to the Rolling Stones at Fenway Park, you know, on a summer night, or someone's playing Rolling Stones as they drive by in a car. I mean, it's still the same music, but it's totally a different experience. So wait until people actually get this product in their hands, and actually, better stated, wait until they get this product in their lives. Wait until they take this product and you get Oola on the brain, and you start saying, I can be a better dad. I can be a better husband. I can run a better business. I need to quit being mad at God and just give that another look. I mean, people take Oola and they just put it in their life, and Oola knows what hole to fill. Oola knows the blind spots. And it's just going to be so exciting to see. Again, it's been 2 weeks. We didn't think we were going to be able to enroll anyone until June 7th. So all of this I look at as like extra credit and bonus. It's just amazing.
It's so, we might never get to the product. We'll just talk about how awesome it is, because this is what I want
I just need to shut up. I just need to mute myself and shut up.
This is what I want everybody to experience. And I want, you can write this down, because this is going to happen to every single one of you. I've been in Oola for 7 years. I've been doing Oola in my own life since 1997. We've been sharing Oola for the last 7-8 years. Oola will impact your life. Cool. Many of you it already has. I get that. The next level that I want you guys to really embrace is the feeling when Oola, someone you sign up as a member or an ambassador, when Oola impacts their life. When they call you and they say, this saved my marriage. You telling me about this program help me save my marriage. Help me build a relationship back with my kid. Help me go back to my faith. Help me lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds. It helped me have fun again in life. It helped me find my purpose. When you have that happen to you, that's what I want to hear. Like, I want to hear all your wins. I want to hear how it's impacting you and your family and all that stuff. I can't wait to hear all about that stuff at Oolapalooza when I meet all of you. But man, there's just that time. The next thing is when you sit back and you just got a text from someone who said, what you shared with me, I'm in month 3 and it literally changed my life. I cannot wait for that to happen for all of you. I can't wait for that. And for me, what I can't wait for is I can't wait for June 8th. To see people as they're going through the Design My Life Blueprint experience, and they're able to start posting and sharing some of the what's called badges that they earn, which I'll talk to you guys about. They're earning these badges and different things that are happening in their life, milestones, streaks, steps. They're able to share that to social media from their dashboard. And I start to see that appear on social media, and I start to see wins appear on social media. I'm super, super excited for that as well.
Because let's continue with the concert analogy, because that's kind of like tonight. Dr. Dave's going to share some screenshots of the product. That's a little like reading the lyrics of a Rolling Stone song. It's not the same as sitting there and feeling the music. So even tonight, as we're all just super excited to share with this product we've been building for our entire lives, it feels like, but this amazing product, it's like you're reading the lyrics. It's not the same as it's experiencing the music. When someone drops this in their life and they actually go through the framework and contemplate life, and really, really just be honest with where they are and have a clear vision of where they want to go in these areas and start mapping out. It's called Design My Life Blueprint for a reason. They're actually designing their life, like paying attention for the first time in years. I mean, that's whole next level. So, you know, this is going to be like, oh, here's a picture of it, but it's beautiful and it's nice. But once they can, I agree with you, once it's June 8th, and people have gone through and like for the first time ever said, this is what I want for my life. And then on June 9th, when they actually take a first step toward it, that's when the good stuff's happening.
Dude, you know something you know me very well. And I've created maybe 3 PowerPoints in my entire life. I actually created a PowerPoint.
You might be exaggerating by 2 PowerPoints. That might be 2 PowerPoints.
No, I know, like we don't ever have a flow. I actually create a PowerPoint because I want to show you the actual images and roll this out with you. So I'm going to go to screen share here. Hold on, I got a button in the way here. Can you guys see my screen, Troy?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So the homepage, you guys have seen this image before. The whole homepage will be built around this. So when you go to oolalife.com on June 6th, this is what you're going to see, completely different than what you see today. As you scroll on this homepage, it's going to be an animated homepage that takes people on a journey. There's going to be a lot of people. We have seen, Troy said our books are sold out at all Barnes and Noble. Our books are sold out on Amazon. The publisher's freaking out printing more books because 2 weeks ago, this leaked out. And 2 weeks ago, people started talking about Oola. And in the last 2 weeks, everything's been bought off shelves everywhere. So the word Oola is getting out there. People are talking about it. We have had an increase in traffic on our website like this, but no one has seen this. So this is going to be the new website that rolls out. It's going to take people on a journey. There's going to be a lot of people coming here that have heard of Oola for the first time, or they heard of Oola from you that they need to check it out. So this is going to be the homepage that they see. And as they scroll, this homepage is an animated homepage that will start to take people on a journey. So it's going to be unlike any homepage you've ever seen before. It's not a static page. This is called an animated HTML5 page that we built. So as people go to Oola for the first time and they see this image and they start to scroll, everything starts to move and form. At the website starts to almost like build in front of you. A little map of the website will start to form. The next thing that people are going to do is once they go to the home page and then they go to a sales page that talks about becoming a member or an ambassador, then they enroll. You guys have all done that. You've all enrolled. Once they've enrolled as a member or an ambassador, they will then drop into what's called phase 1, and that's Design My Life Blueprint. So they're going to drop into this phase. This is a self-paced phase. This is where you design a blueprint for your life. This is living with intention. No one does this. I learned this in 1997 at a small scale with note cards on the floor at the Hard Rock Hotel. And that's advanced to an Oolapalooza event. And now it's advanced to this program that you start to design an actual blueprint for your life. Like, how do I want to live my life? Most people are just on this hamster wheel and they watch TV and they go lease that car and they talk to a friend and they have this happen. They're influenced by the outside world. This blueprint makes you go inside and say, okay, what do I really want for my life? What do I want to do as a husband? Not what my friends do or not what I see on TV. How do I want to be as a husband or a wife or as a mother or a father? Or how am I going to process that guilt that I'm struggling with? Or how can I start to build confidence? Or what can I do to stop comparing myself to other people? All of that starts with the Design My Life Blueprint process. So once they enroll as a member or an ambassador, they will drop into this. The coolest part about this program is that as a member and as an ambassador, you guys are all going through the same thing. So everyone's going through the same thing, but what comes out the back end of this is completely different for everybody. So your process that you're going through will be completely different than the other hundreds of thousands of people that use this process. Everybody comes through with different dreams, different goals for their life, different things they need to work through, and different ways on how we're going to help them overcome that. So this is a self-paced. There's three steps in this first process. This first one called phase 1. And I'm just going to show you part of what that looks like. So people will come to step 1. They're going to watch a video of Troy and I are going to talk to them about welcome to the Design My Life Blueprint process. Welcome to step 1. This is where you are. You have to understand where you are in these 7 key areas. Cool. You guys, if you followed Oola for a while, you understand that step 1 is just understanding where you are. So much more than that. This is unlike what we teach at Oolapalooza, unlike what we teach in a book, is because it's static. It's like, where are you with your finances? Where are you with your giving? Where are you with your saving? Where are you with your weight? Where are you with your mental health? That's all paper, which is great. This is completely different. And what makes this completely different is as you answer these questions, just like this, you click on, oh, I'm a 6 here, I'm a 4 here, I'm a 3 here, I'm a 9 here. This program starts to grab all that information and starts to learn you and build a profile of what's going on in your life. And it's looking for stuff that's causing stress in your life, and it's looking for blind spots. This is something we can't do on paper. This is only this program can do this. And what a blind spot is something that you're doing today that is going to cause you a ton of stress in 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road that you don't even know you're doing. And it's by answering these 70 questions, and this program is building a profile, it can start to recommend stuff you need to work on now in step 2, which we'll talk about tonight, so that so you don't run into those pitfalls. That's what happened to me. If I would have taken this test in 2005, I wouldn't have went through what I went through in 2007 when I lost everything living in a motel. because this would have said, like, you can't lease those cars. You shouldn't be doing this. Watch this. Be careful with this. You're not taking care of your health. You're not focusing on your relationships or your marriage. You're overextended in business. All of that would have been flushed out in
It,
this
I want to
process.
hop in here just a second because that's the part that's different when I say our hit songs. Like when we do Palooza, we just stand on a stage and we say the same words to the entire room, and then people interpret those words in a way that applies to their own life. This is better. This is way better because this actually starts to push the content based upon what we learn about you in the Design My Life Blueprint process. So that's the part that's so disruptive. If in typical personal development, if you go to some self-help guru and they sell you something, you're typically, the old days it was cassette tapes and then it was DVDs. It's the same set of content for everybody. This is customized based upon what we know about you through this process. That's what's so cool. The other part I want to point out, it's like we're building a dream house and we're about 4 weeks from completion. So there's sheetrock dust on the floor and there's people hammering nails. Like you see, family is spelled with a lowercase l. So when you see little things like that, don't think we don't, like, we see this. Like this is clearly, we're stepping over nails and the carpet's not in and the sink's not running yet. But we just were so excited about this, and since you're pre-enrolled as a founding ambassador, we want to give you a walkthrough first.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. So all of this is created. It's in version 1. Now we're going to fine tune everything, go through. We have copywriters, editors, and we have design teams that are going to go through and clean everything now for our June 7th launch. But all the functionality is there. Everything's working. Everything's functioning. We just have some misspelled words. I didn't even notice that. Nice work, T. Way to pick it up. So we have little
That's
things
like
going
when you
like
go
that.
through a house. You ever built a house, or when you go through a house, you put that little blue tape on everything that's wrong? I'd put a little blue tape on family right now. Like, okay, there's a piece of blue tape.
Yeah.
Someone's got to look at that.
Yeah, thank you. I needed that. So you're going to go through, and in step 1, you're going to answer 10 questions under each of the 7 F's. You're going to have what's called a wheel. It's going to look just like this. And you're going to know where you're low, where you're high. And then what the computer does is it takes all this information, and it's actually going to also look at areas that are going to be causing blind spots in the future. So this is now right here. I just completed step 1 of the Design My Life Blueprint process. And then you move on to step 2. You watch another video, and then you move on to step 2. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of Palooza. This was my favorite part when I was learning Oola from Dr. Troy, 1997, is that when you start to put it all back together. So the first part, for someone that's going through a lot of stress and really going through like, man, I got a lot of work to do in my life, step 1 is hard on you because you're answering all these questions about your debt, your giving, your saving, your relationships, how you feel about all these different things in life. When you get to this, it's like really starting to put it all back together. And we explain that in the video so well to everybody. Like, now we're going to start putting your life back together. Now we're going to start designing that blueprint for your life. So here's the coolest part about this. Again, this doesn't exist anywhere. And you know what else I really love about this, Troy, is that I feel like for someone who's never ever been in personal development or even read a book, this is perfect for them. Because we met so many people that stood there with a sticker and a Sharpie in front of the bus that have never ever looked at their lives. Cool. You don't need to be a guy on stage yelling at you. Take this process and this assessment and work through it. And it actually starts to put your life back together for you. So this is where you're going to start to fill out, what do I want to do? Now I know where I am in my fitness. I know what my scores, these are all these scores. What do I want to do? Like, what are some things that I want to do in my life that will help me? And I know lose is spelled wrong too. That'll help me actually really find balance in my life again. And what can I start to do? This is where it gets really cool. I'm going to go to the next screen here. What happens is when you get stuck, let's go back a screen. Let's say you go, I'm going to join a yoga studio. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I don't really know what else I should be doing. The program will recommend things you should be doing based on your blind spots that you can't see and based on currently where you are right now, which might be causing stress. So this program will say, hey, don't forget about sleeping 8 hours a night, or don't forget about meditating, or don't forget about your mental health because you talked about that being a big thing, or don't forget about self-care. Don't forget about resistance training because you say you don't do a lot of that, and that's a big part of your overall health.
And this is the part that I want to restate again too, because it's not just random suggestions. It's based upon what we've got to learn about you in that phase 1, in the step 1 of the Design My Life Blueprint. So this is based upon how you answer those questions. We identified some blind spots that, okay, you're probably not getting enough sleep. Maybe you could benefit from more sleep. So that's the cool part. Hey, I'm the time police too, dude. It's 5:28, just to let you know.
Okay, I'm going to go through this quickly then. So you're going to go through each of the 7 F's. You're going to establish 3 goals in each of the 7 F's, pop-up calendars, everything you need to establish that, just going through, just like that. You're going to get to your 21 goals. They're going to watch a video that narrows it down to 7, just how we teach it. You can actually take these golds and grab them and slide around. You can arrange these golds in order of importance. And then you're going to go to pick your Oola 1. This is all in step 2. Another video that says, hey, you're back. You got your 7 goals. Now let's go to your Oola 1. And then you're going to watch a video in step 3. And step 3 is your daily action steps. I'm super passionate about step 3, not because it's fun like step 2, but because it's very important to how I got my life back on track. When people say, when you were living in a motel in 2009, living in that motel, how did you get yourself back on track? It was by taking 3 or more action steps every single day. So what you're going to do, and this is going to be part of your app as well, but what you're going to do is you're going to look at your 7 goals over here. You're going to write down 3 action steps every night that you want to do the next day. Now, the cool part is it's 3 or more. So we have a little plus thing. You can add more. You can add up to 15 if you want. I was taking 3 to 7 every single day. 3 action steps a day for a year is over 1,000 action steps towards your real life. If you start to go towards 7, you're talking 2,100 mini goals on your way to your real life. So that's going to be part of step 3. Then you're going to finish step 3 and you're going to go to your dashboard. And that's where you start your My Breakthrough experience, because now you have your blueprint, which is amazing. That alone is like literally worth thousands of dollars for you to work through this process and get to your blueprint. Like, this is what I want for my life. This is where my blind spots are. This is where I'm struggling. You're at your blueprint. The breakthrough experience is just the whole next level, because once you get to the breakthrough experience, every time you set a goal in the past that you didn't hit is because you ran into something that blocked you from pushing through. You ran into something that you need a breakthrough or overcome. Everyone is different. And this is where this designs a breakthrough experience. And it's right over here, by the way. So this is what the dashboard looks like. This is your goals. Everything's moved into your in progress goals, your completed goals. When you complete a goal, you hit that and say complete. You earn badges. This is a complete a goal badge. When you take steps, I'll talk about that for a little bit, but I want to get to TO. But this is my breakthrough experience right here. These classes that are unlocked every week that's a fingerprint for you. That is what you need to do based on all your assessments, based on your wheel, based on your goals, based on everything you've done to get to this point. Now, here are 12 modules, once a week modules that you need to work on in order to break through everything that's ever held you back in the past. So you need to work on that. This dashboard, I'm super proud of, because this has taken everything in Oola and put it into one place where you get to literally look at your goals, take your action steps, earn badges, share badges to social media, look at your ambassador rank right there, and also go through your breakthrough experience. Once you get through once a week for 12-week breakthrough experience, you stay on the dashboard, but you enter my personalized path. And that'll be another assessment. It compares to where you were when you started the program to where you are now. And then it builds out on my personalized path. And that'll look very similar, because you're going to be on your dashboard. It'll look very similar just over here called my personalized path. Now take all of that and you wrap it into Inner Circle summits and Oolapalooza, and that's what makes this super special. We will see thousands of Inner Circle events around the world by the fall, where people are helping their members through Inner Circles, helping them keep accountable. And we're going to see summits that are going to be run once a month, where people are gathering to help break through more stuff. It's community.
That's what I see this doing. I see this as ambassadors, finding people who, there are people who want to be ambassadors on their team, but there's also a group of people that just want to go through the course, and they can lead these little inner circles and go through it together with them. I mean, that'd be so cool to have a group of friends that just want to go through this course together, like a book study or like anything. Just go through the process, because you do the Design My Life Blueprint, which is phase 1. That's self-paced, probably take a long weekend to do that. Then it goes once a week for 12 weeks for the breakthrough experience. And then you stay on course once a month to continue on. So that's a perfect thing for an inner circle, is to find some members, and you can recruit members to go through the course together.
Yeah, the cool part is how early you are in the process and how many changes you're actually going to see in this. But the first version, what's called version 2, which will roll out on June 7th, is just going to help so many people. We would never have to change another thing to the product right now to impact millions of lives around the world,
Except adding the word L in family.
except that, and taking away an O. But we're going to pour into constantly creating and making all of this better from the standpoint of Inner Circle summits. The Oolapalooza events are going to be expanding as well. So yeah, just a lot of things. And I want to get to TO here. I love it. I think it's awesome. And then obviously the Oola app, it's kind of cool. This is what the app will be looking like, just like this. So when you push a button, it'll pop up your action steps. When you click on those, it'll stop, etc., and add an action step. But that's it. So I'm going to go to stop share so we can get